Hello, my name is Frances and this is my third and final week of Vlogmas. And this week we're mostly in Cornwall, out on the beaches, walking in the town, and then we're getting back inside, looking at my yarn advent calendar and the progress of my knitting. So if that sounds like your kind of thing, then come along and join us. Good morning. So we are on a walk from Cobbles Bay to Leyland, to a pub that we like to go to in Leyland. So we're coming along the bay and then down the estuary. So we're now on Porthkidney Sands, which is further along the bay to where we are. And see, it's this wonderful expanse of sand. It's beautiful, but not particularly easy to reach, so it tends to be quite quiet. So now we are going to be heading over this way, and we are going to be carrying on our walk up to Midwinter. Hello, so it's Monday, the 18th of December. In the afternoon, the light is just starting to go. There's been these dark clouds hanging out just out at sea today. So we've been in St Ives, and all the time I've been in St Ives, kept thinking, is it going to rain? Dark clouds sort of hanging out, but they just stayed out over the sea and didn't come in. So it's not actually rained, and it's those dark clouds almost seem to, the light has become can't see as clear out over the sea because of those dark clouds. So I think there is rain out over the sea, but as I say, it's not coming. But the lights are starting to switch on out there on the bay. We're going into the evening again. So we had a lovely walk yesterday at the weekend. Today we've been into St Ives and just done that last little bit of Christmas shopping. I was literally at a point today where I had a couple of things listed down that I needed to get for Christmas presents, and then that's it. So I'm now at a point where I'm thinking, okay, I can feel a little bit less anxious. I think I do get quite worried about the enormity of the amount of things that need to be done in the run up to Christmas. And as we're now coming along, and that's why I have all those lists. You'll probably remember me showing lists on week 2 that I've been doing over the years to do with Christmas. And I think that is because there's that pressure of things coming out. Equally, I do a list for going on holiday and so on and so forth. So I can feel now that I've got the biggest part, which is buying all the presents, out of the way. I still need to wrap them. I still need to start to do food preparation, although I've got all the food ordered. So I feel we're getting there. So we posted the last of the Christmas cards today. So things are starting to all move in the right direction, and then you can just start to really enjoy getting ready for Christmas, rather than, for me anyway, feeling quite daunted by how much there is to be done. Let's get started today. We'll start with the blanket, the midwinter blanket. I have sewn up the 6 of the squares. There are another 2 here down my cup of tea because I really can't do it with one hand. So 2 more squares. So this is the one that was giving me trouble because the colours were in the reverse way around to the chart. So the chart is that it? No, that's not right. This is the one. It's the one down here with the white tree. This one's got the green tree. Anyway, so that's the one that I did most recently. I ended up putting them around the other way because I just felt it would work better. And then I did the same colour change with the light colour where the dark squares are on the chart. So we've got that light coloured snowflake against a sort of dark sky, if you like. That this time around it didn't cause me any problems at all. So I think once I got my head around the first 10 rows or so, then I was absolutely fine. So I am on the last square of that, which is a reindeer. So that is all coming together, and the end of the front of the cushion cover is in sight, which was what you'll probably remember, that was my goal, was to get that done before Christmas, to get the front done, sewn up. The corners need to be steamed just to get them to sit right. So they do actually butt up, but they're just not sitting quite right. So onto the advent calendar, and we have got I've got here, of course, number 18. Oh, okay, we are changing the colours again. I know this is not the first time I've said this, but this one is called Seafoam. There it is. It looks beautiful. Let's put those on my wire for you to see. So okay, so we've got the oldest on this side running along this way to the newest on this side. This was Saturdays and Sundays, quite similar actually. I even actually checked them to make sure they were the same. And then you'll notice which one was it yesterday's. You can see there's a little progress keeper, little shell progress keeper, isn't it lovely, just on there. So there you can see today's really it's a change in colour. That's a going back into those sort of, well, it's green at the moment, but it's more of what I call a sort of sea colours. Although, to be honest, the North Sea, which is the sea that falls between England and Northern Europe, can be quite grey. I know, a little bit spoiled down here in Cornwall where it is much bluer. So maybe that's not that untrue. Depends on what the weather's like as well as to the colours of it, to be perfectly fair. The Daft Days cardigan is coming along really well, which I'll do with the advent calendar with. I've got 10 stripes on there. I've got the next one is to be balled up. As soon as I finish talking to you, I'm going to get on and do that, and that will be this colour here. But I just wanted to keep those and show those to you together to see how they look before I start balling them up. I think I'm probably one or two stripes away from starting to do the V-neck, because I'm going to make my Daft Days cardigan a V-neck rather than the crew neck, which is what's in the pattern. Still on the fence about how I'm going to do the armholes. My thinking at the moment, I think, is probably I'm going to keep it to a drop shoulder, but possibly drop down a couple of sizes when I go up to the drop shoulders to make sure it is nice and fitted. I just need to check my measurements before I do anything drastic like that. So I'm going to get on and ball up this skein of yarn and get onto the next stripe of my Daft Days cardigan. So I will sign off here and see you tomorrow. So until then, bye-bye.
Savior is born.
End to a lovely, relaxing day. See you, Squirrel.
Silent night, holy night, Son of God.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, the 20th of December, and today is our last Vlogmas day in Cornwall. We're heading back up tonight, and I'm feeling a little bit sad about that. We got out on the beach this morning. It was lovely on the beach this morning. It's a kind of fair to middling day. It's a bit cloudy. It is cloudy, not just a bit. It is cloudy, but the kind of bright clouds. So it's quite nice, and there's no real rain. So it's lovely. It's nice to get out there, and it's certainly enough to make me already miss going before we've even gone. So let's get on with our knitting, because I've got plenty to do today as well. So I'm hoping that I might get a chance to do a little bit of knitting later this afternoon if I get my other jobs done. And I'm mostly packed. I've still got a little bit of cleaning up the house and that sort of thing to do. So let's get on and open the advent calendar. I've got yesterday's as well as today's because it was a relaxing day yesterday, and I didn't do an indoor shoot, just a little bit outside. Yesterday was lovely, having done all the I bought all the presents, and sort of got myself up to a point where I wanted to be, and not too overwhelmed with work at the moment for some reason this week, but yeah, I'm just going to enjoy it while it's quiet. So we got out on the beach, and my daughter and I, and it was lovely, and I found a nice spot to sit and knit, which was interesting actually, because I always think, well, I need to take a chair down on the beach, because I need support in my spine. But actually, I found a nice place to sit on the rocks, which was fine, so I wouldn't need a chair. So I think that's a little spot I'll go back to again. Tide allowing, of course. And this morning the tide was really high, so that wouldn't have been an option. Right, so the 19th is today. Let's have a look. Whoa! Green Riptide, this is called. Plenty of riptides in Cornwall. And number 20. And that's going even more green, and that's kelp. So, put those two together. And then let's line them on here, which was first, it was Riptide, wasn't it? So, Riptide, kelp, ooh. Lovely and green. I rather like a bit of green, so it's just so you can see the middle one as well. It doesn't want to go out. There we go. Yeah, and they're looking really, really lovely. So let's have a look at the knitting, which is romping away. So as you can see, there's 5 colours on there, and that means, sorry, I'm sitting on my knitting. I'm trying to make sure I pull it out without dropping any stitches. Yep, done. Right. So I've only got 5 skeins on that needle because all the others have been incorporated into my Daft Days cardigan. So yeah, look, I managed to do all of that without dropping any stitches. So here we go. It changes from the blues going into those sandy colours, and the sands, it started off brown, but it's gone into a much greyer colour now, and then this next one that I'm going to do is a grey, but it is starting to get a little bit of green in there. So see if I was missing one there. I obviously have got, yeah, I have. I've got both greys already in the cardigan. Yeah, so it's coming on really quickly, and I can't believe I've only got 4 more to open. And I'm going to have to make sure that I pack those because they're not packed at the moment. So that's going to be, otherwise I will be disappointed, won't I? So I've made some decisions with the cardigan. I've actually started, do you remember I said that I was going to do a V-neck? So kind of a bit such as this style, rather than the crew neck. So I've started casting off. So I've used my little marker there just to mark where I've started the cast offs. I'm going to decrease every, not cast offs, decreases, and I'm going to decrease every 4 rows, which I've calculated should work out the slope at the right gradient, looking at other similar patterns that work with the same texture. And I'm denied about the armholes, and actually what I've decided, I think, with the armholes, I just, much as I would like a setting sleeve, I know how to do it in terms of shaping the armholes and then doing the sleeves separately from the cuff up, but it's a big change doing that, and I certainly don't feel confident enough to pick up the stitches at the armholes and work that way, because you'd have to do short row shaping for that kind of sleeve head. And I think what I need to do is to follow that in a few patterns before I probably feel confident to actually go out and make those alterations in that direction myself. So I'm going to stick with a drop shoulder construction, but I'm going to take it in a bit higher, so more to follow what it is on a smaller size, and we'll see how that works. And if it doesn't work, then I'll just have to undo it. But it will be really interesting to see how it works, because I think the greater, and that's part of the problem, is that I need the width here, but I don't need the width on the shoulders, and so that's part of the reasoning for going up the size. And it will mean that when I am picking up the stitches to go around the sleeve, that I'll have a different amount of stitches, but that's fine. So I'm quite confident about altering the stitch count on that. So decision made. So we are, this stage has all been very straightforward, and now it's kind of getting to the more interesting bit from that point of view. Although, as we all know, a little bit of straightforward knitting is always good fun, especially when you're doing something like this, the stripes and that sort of thing, and it's not completely boring stocking stitch. But it will take it up into, getting more interesting. And I've only got a little bit further now before I divide for the sleeves. So it's all starting to look very interesting. And then over behind me, you will see that I have finished all my squares for my Midwinter blanket cushion. So it's the Midwinter pattern by Martin Story, but I've done the cushion version rather than the blanket version. And we still need a little bit more. The blocking's not quite right there. And you can see I've still got to seam that one seam there, and then I'll need to do the back. But it looks lovely. The colours are really nice. I'm pleased with it. It's not too festive that I feel it can't be out at other times. But I'm also going to do the back non-festive in sort of using those colours in sort of stripes of varying thicknesses and things, just for a bit of fun. So that can always be, I can always turn it round for that. So, well, that is everything then. Quick roundup, I think. Really now that this is done, apart from doing that seam, and I'm going to, I actually think I'm going to press it to get all the seams nice and flat. So it is, other than that, it is just a question of pushing forward with the Daft Days cardigan. So that's what I'm going to do over the next couple of days. And then I'll probably pick back up some of my other knitting that has been put down, and start giving that a bit of love as well. Right, well, I will touch base with you possibly tomorrow, possibly Friday. I've got a hospital appointment and various things going on tomorrow, so we'll need to see where we get to. I will see you hopefully tomorrow. Hello. So today is Friday, the 22nd of December, and this is going to be my final day. We got back up late Wednesday night, or late, actually it was the early hours of Thursday morning, and really now I'm back to doing all those things that need to be done before Christmas. I'm getting bedrooms and beds ready for people coming to stay, getting out, picking up the last minute shopping, wrapping presents. That kind of thing is going on. But I'm also still keeping up with my Daft Days cardigan, and I'm really enjoying having that to sit down and get on with, to sort of give me a bit of a break from that mad rush that we seem to be running into as we run towards Christmas. Right, so my yarn advent calendar. I have got 2 days here. I've got yesterday and today to open. So this is the 21st, and we have another Mars. This is a fix because it's not me that likes Marses, it's somebody else, but you shall enjoy that. And we have got seaweed, of course. And let's open the 22nd. And we have got water forest. Okay. So let's pop them on here. So we have got seaweed going on there. That's water forest. Whoop. So let's hold those up. There we go. So seaweed is this last one here. Water forest is this last one here. And then that's seaweed. And then these two are from days 20 and 19, kelp and riptide. So we're going into that lovely green, sort of sea green colours. And that all of the other days have already been now knitted into my Daft Days cardigan, and I have divided for the sleeves, or separated for the sleeves. I think that's the right term, because of course we're going up rather than going down. So here we are. I'm going to have to come back a bit, back a bit more. There we are, so that you can see it all in there, and you've got that variety of colours of the blues working up here into those sandy colours, and then going into the greys, and then the grey greens, and then we've got these colours still to come on that we've worked. Stuff that they'll be coming up from here. Yeah, so it's looking really interesting. So I still got the 23rd and the 24th to be opened. I didn't want to open those, although this is my last day doing Vlogmas. I didn't want to open them and be a spoiler for other people, so I've chosen to leave that, and you can catch up with me in one of my Wool Winder episodes next month in January to see what progress I'm making and what those last two colours were. But yeah, it's coming on, and because I'm now just working on, this is the left front, because I'm now just working on that, of course it's going to progress up with the colours really quickly. So yeah, it's all, and then we've got the sleeves to do. So having done what was all really quite straightforward up until now of course the more detailed sort of where you've got to be a little bit more pattern aware, is starting to unfold. So that is my Daft Days cardigan. And yeah, I think really now I can just keep cracking on with it, because by the time I've done those colours that I've got there on the needle, by the time those 4 colours, by the time they're all incorporated, I'm sure I'll be opening 23 and 24, and we can then push on through. But I'm very conscious that I've got my lilac sweater to finish, which is literally that much left to finish. So coming up, we have in, hopefully, fingers crossed, we're hoping to put out, I've got a works in progress video that we have recorded, and I'd held off because I was doing Vlogmas. I hadn't finished editing it. And so I'm hoping that I'm going to get that out in the week between Christmas and New Year, hopefully. And then we'll go back to the traditional episodes in January, and you can find out how I'm getting on with the Daft Days cardigan, how that lilac sweater's going. And I somehow seem to have got a few new purchases, a few new acquisitions that have somehow slipped into my basket down in Cornwall. I have to say, it's getting bigger, not getting smaller. So, yeah, I think we need to be having a little look at that, getting that a bit under control. So we're out this evening. We're going out for a family Christmas dinner in a restaurant, which we're all really looking forward to, hence the Christmas dress. And then tomorrow we're picking up the turkey tomorrow morning, and then it's going to be a mad rush around getting ready. First visitors are coming tomorrow evening, with more visitors coming on Christmas Eve. So yeah, it's going to be all go. So that just leaves me to say thank you so much for watching. And for those of you who commented, thank you. I really do appreciate you watching, liking, subscribing, commenting. It's just so lovely. So thank you so much. And I hope that you have a wonderful Christmas. And I hope to see you in the new year. So until then, take care. Bye-bye.